Whew, I hope that wasn't too creepy, but let's start by using Smashbox's Photo Primer. I'm just applying this all over my face. I'm going to continue this priming process and take Urban Decay's Primer Potion and apply that all over to the lids. I'll be using my Makeup Forever HD foundation today, and whoa, my hand looks a little shaky, but I'll be applying this evenly with my Real Techniques face brush. If you want to look more pale, you can always use a foundation a couple shades lighter than your usual skin tone. I'll be highlighting my face with Revlon's Photoready concealer. I'm applying this just underneath my eyes, to my nose bridge, a little on my forehead, and my chin. I'm going to take Maybelline's Dream Liquid Mousse foundation in Caramel. This is several shades darker than my skin tone, obviously, and I'll be using this to contour my face. So I'm just applying this around my forehead, to my cheekbones and nose bridge area. Using a drugstore foundation that's a couple shades darker than your usual skin tone is a great alternative to contouring if you don't want to purchase those really expensive cream contour kits. I really like the Dream Mousse for this because the consistency is thick and not runny, so it makes it really easy to apply. So here I'm just using a foundation brush and a concealer brush to blend everything out. I want the cheeks a little more defined, so I'm applying concealer right beneath where I applied that contour. So now I'm just going to take a light powder just to set all of this in place. And now you can see that the face is a lot more defined. And for blush, I'm using MAC's Peach Twist. Moving on to the brows, I'll be taking Anastasia's Dip Brow in dark brown. I'm just going to line beneath the eyebrows to give a little more definition. I'm using a light hand and I'm applying most of the color to the ends. So I won't be filling in the front of the brow with any of this product. But I will be filling the rest of my brows with the Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo in Ash Brown. I'm really going for the full brows for this look. Moving on to the eyeshadow, I'm going to be using MAC's Brown Script. It's a really red-brown type of eyeshadow color, and applying that into my crease. This is really going to give a good blend to the eyeshadows. Now I'm going to take NYX Jumbo Pencil in Black. I'm applying that all over my lids. This is a really great product for that smoky eye look, and it's a lot easier than a typical eyeliner since it's a lot thicker. And so now I'm taking a concealer brush and just blending out the edges a little bit to even it out, but it's okay if it's messy. So I'm taking a matte brown using the Tartelette palette, and I'm just applying that into my crease to create a better transition. So I'm going to take a matte black eyeshadow and apply that to my lids where we applied the primer earlier. Because of the primer we applied, the black is going to be a lot more bold. So I'm patting on the black and blending it out into my crease just a little bit. With a clean crease brush with no product, I'm applying that to my crease in a wind wiping motion to blend it out. We really want to balance out the eyes, so I'm taking Loreal's Extra Intense Liner and applying that to my lower lash line. We'll be blending it away later, so don't worry if it's messy and just go bold. So with a small eyeshadow brush and a matte light brown, I'm applying this right where we applied the liner to create a softer look. And I'll be using Virgin from the Naked palette as the highlight for my inner corners. I really want to be bold with a lot more color, so I'm taking this red from the BH Cosmetics Smokey palette and applying that where the crease is. I'm using a really light hand and I'm applying this where the brown script was. And I will be applying this to my lower lash line as well. And I'm finishing off the eyes with a pair of falsies. Sticking with this red theme, I'm taking NYX's Dark Red Lip Liner and lining my lips. And I'm going to fill my lips with some of the product too. The lipstick I'm using is this deep purple from Sephora, and there's no name for it on here. Moving on to the fun part, I'm going to take Brown Script again. It's just this red-brown eyeshadow color, and applying that softly beneath my eyes. With a purple eyeshadow, I'm going to go for that darker, restless look. I'm applying that right where we applied that brown eyeshadow. You want to use a light hand to build up the pigmentation. After damping a thin brush, I'm taking Anastasia's Brow Powder Duo to create the veins. I'm using this because it almost appears gray. You want your lines to be as thin as possible, and that's really going to make it look a lot more realistic. Be creative and create random zigzaggy lines, which is really what I'm doing. And I'm also wetting my brush every few strokes for more pigmentation. Of course, a vampire is not a vampire without some blood. I'm just creating some of these drip marks near the corner of my mouth, smearing it, dabbing it all around, and just being creative and random. This fake blood is syrup based, so it's okay to apply it onto your lips. If the blood is too thick, you can put the bottle in a hot cup for 15 minutes before you start applying it. Make it look realistic, apply the blood randomly to other parts of your body, and make it look like you just ate somebody. I think the blood is the funnest part. And that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and have a safe Halloween. My hair's getting sticky. My hair's getting sticky. It's stuck to the blood after shower.